Hello, in this video we'll be looking at Microsoft Designer. It's a graphic design tool. It's great. You can use it on your Chromebook or any computer that has a browser, but this channel is obviously for the Chromebook, ChromeOS, so I'm using my Chromebook to show you how to do it. Now, if we look back a few years ago, there wasn't really much you could use on your Chromebook for graphic design that was good and really easy to use. Obviously you've got GIMP, which is a professional software, and that's great, but you'd have to install Linux to use that, and there is a learning curve because it's a professional graphic design program. But anything else, you'd most likely use an Android app, and Android apps are okay, but they're not good for, you know, decent graphic design. And the good news is it's got so much better over the last few years because everything is becoming browser based. So the Chromebook, having a Chromebook is a really good idea because you use most programs you use in the browser, and you can do so much now in the browser, such as playing games, and now doing graphic design is so much easier. It's really good. So let's have a look at how it works. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, you do need to have a Microsoft account, and you can get that for free. So if you open up your browser and just go to office.com, I'm already signed in. But if you're not signed in and you've not got an account, you just need to register. You don't have to pay. Now, it's worth bearing in mind, I do pay for a subscription. So some of the features I show you may not be available on the free version, but I did use it on another Chromebook where I haven't got a paid plan, and I didn't really see any difference. So you may be able to use all the features, but it's just to let you know that this review is on a paid version. So when you get to office.com, you'll see something very similar to this, and you've got Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, all of that there. Now, Microsoft Designer, to get to that app, just click up here, there, like that, and you'll see the other apps that are available, and it's Microsoft Designer, it's that one there. So just click on that, and that launches Microsoft Designer. Now, from here, these here look like templates, but they're not really templates. What they are is, if for example you like this one here, or how to make homemade crepes, if you click on that, then you generate. So it's going to generate ideas based on that there. Okay, I'm going to show you the different ways to start a new image. So this is one of the first ones. So you could click on the idea and then click on generate. And what the AI does now, Microsoft Designer is a lot based around using AI, which is good because it does help you. And as you can see, it's giving you some designs here to start with. If we move that just over there for a second. So you've got these designs here. So you can click on any of the designs, and then here you can do customize design, or you could just download it if that's all you wanted. But you most likely want to customize the design. And there you go. That's it there. Okay, and from here you can change anything. So that's the text there. You can change the text. You do get a lot of these pop up, which are great. It's just helping you to see how it works. And then you've got your image there. You can change the image, and then down here you've got new ideas, as you can see. So if you decide that's great, but it may not be where you want to start off with, you can then just choose other options. Now, Microsoft Designer you can use for graphic design, for anything really, but it does seem to be aimed more at people who are doing adverts for Instagram or Facebook, or banners for websites. And the reason why I say that is because you've also got videos here. So that little play there, so that would be a video. So if we clicked on that one there, and this is one here, that it's a very basic video, but it's just making the text move. But you can get more in-depth video ones as well. I'm not going to go into videos too much in this one today. It's more about just using it as a blank canvas and doing a design. But that's one of the options that you have. You can start with a template and use that idea. So I'll just launch it again. And just go and update there. Now, another thing you can do here, you can start by just typing in your own thing, which you're doing a bit, or you can add media. Add media is okay. The one thing about adding media is, if I've got any media on this Chromebook, let's have a look. So from this device, so say if I added this here and then did open, now that's the image that I want to work on. Now, if I generate, it's just where the AI is going to generate media based on what you put there, and I'll explain what I mean. So you could also write text, or you could just leave it like that, and then if you generate, it's going to come up with ideas. But as you can see, there's lots of different options you've got, but it hasn't just given me the option to work on that. So add media here is just if you want to add some media and then get some help with it. So here, for example, you can see it's done a video, but let's do one without a video here, or here. Let's just open that and then do customize design. And as you can see, what it's done is for, oh, you know, yes, a picture of a home there, and then your picture you've got is a picture on the wall, for example, or you can click on different ones like that. So that's fine, but you've got to bear in mind, if you do just want to work from an image from scratch, then that isn't the way to do it. What you would want to do is open up Designer, and you'd want to start a blank canvas. So these are all good, but if you already know graphic design to extent, or you just want to start with blank canvas, sometimes that is perhaps the best option to do. So down here you can see here, skip and start with a blank design. So just click on there. Now the good thing is it comes up with some defaults as standards, so 1080 by 1080, 12 by 6:8. So that would be like a banner. So it did say best for Facebook ads. Let me just go back. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that there. That's the one thing I would say. Once you've clicked on something like that, you can't really go back, which can be a bit frustrating. You have to keep on relaunching it. So here, best for Facebook ads, best for Instagram stories, but you've also got customized design. So for example, I have got my blog and I've obviously got my YouTube channel. So if I wanted to do a thumbnail for my blog, I could customize the design and use the dimensions that I know are best for doing a YouTube thumbnail. So that's really good. And also what I do like is if you do customize design, I used to use, now I know that Google Slides isn't a graphic design program, it isn't, but I did used to use it for doing my thumbnails because it's really easy to use and it's pretty good, and it's fine for doing YouTube thumbnails. But if you wanted to do something, say if you wanted to start a print on demand t-shirt business where you was doing your own graphic design t-shirts and then uploading them to Etsy, for example, if you wanted to do that, then the quality is going to be really good. And also when it's sent to print, if it's not a high pixel resolution, then it's going to come out really bad on the t-shirt. So that's where you'd need a much higher width and height pixel. Now with Google Slides you just don't get that, but with this you can go up to 5000 by 5000, which is really good. So that is good. So obviously that would be a huge picture and it would take up a lot more space, but that's what you'd want if you was going down that route of doing, say, graphic t-shirts, for example. So it's good you've got that option. So I'm just going to do 1200 by 800, just a random one there, and just do create. And there you go there, that's your blank canvas. Now this is where I was saying, for example, earlier, if I did want to just work on an image, I'd do this first. I'd create the canvas, then you could go to my media, and then it's already there because I imported it earlier, as you saw, and then you can just drag that onto there like that. So that's how you'd want to start with an image from scratch rather than doing it the other way. So that's one way you can start here. Or let's say, for example, I wanted to I'll go to templates we've got up here. You've got all these templates you can start with. Now these again are based on AI. It's showing Halloween, most likely because Halloween's around the corner and that's what people are most likely wanting to do. So you've got options on Halloween here, but then if you put here on the template, you could put Christmas, press enter or return. Couldn't find any matches, which I find quite bizarre that there's nothing coming up with Christmas. But say it does say coming soon, so they're most likely working on some designs for it. But say, if we put in New Year, hit return. No, okay, so it might be, let's get rid of that there. Now let's go back to the templates. New Year. No, typical when I'm doing a video, it's not doing anything. So let's do Easter. No, okay, so let's do dogs. This isn't looking good, is it? Okay, so I don't know why it's doing that. It's a bit frustrating, but it does work. But I don't really use them templates much anyway. So from here, you've got the My Media, as I said, from this device, from a phone, from Google Drive, from Dropbox or Google Photos. And then you've got visuals here as well. And you've got shapes that you can use, all different shapes down here. You've got videos here that you can import. Lots of different things here. Now it does get really good, the AI, and I will show you that. So you've got these generated images here, and you've got photos that you can import as well, and you've got the graphics, and you've got the videos, and you've also got text. So you can add text, you can add text like that, so it's pre-done for you, and then you can just overwrite the text with whatever you want. So if it was Halloween, you could do that. Doesn't look that great, but you've got all the options for text there, but you can also do your own text as well. So you've got add heading, subheading, like that. Okay, so that's a basic look of how it works. So let's start again, and I'm going to show you some of the tools that you can use. So let's do Microsoft Designer. And from here, let's do, and this is where it's really good, let's do that we want an album cover for a DJ house dance. I don't know if it will know what I mean by house. You would hope it would, but I'll just put a DJ dance mix and then do generate. It's coming up, and there you can see it comes up with some ideas straight away, and that's what's really good, because with graphic design it is all about being creative, but sometimes, depending on your mood as well, sometimes when you're starting with a blank canvas you really don't know where to start. So this is a really good way of doing it, and it also gives you some suggestions as well to maybe get the AI to come back with better designs for you. So create an album cover for a DJ dance mix that captures the energy of the music. So this is a suggestion here. So here we will use that suggestion and see what happens. But at the moment you can see it's already come back with some pretty decent ones there, and we can of course edit them as well. But let's go with this suggestion and then do generate. And there we go, it's come back with some there. So what we will do, we will work with this one here, and then once you've clicked on it, just do custom design like that. Now that looks okay. I'm not sure about these colors here with them colors there. I don't think they're that great. So say for example you wanted to change the text color, or you could change it to, as well, you could put summer house mix like that. Now as you can see, it's gone a bit, it's quite big text, but what you can do here, you can either drag like that and it does it like that, or you can drag from the sides there and that will maximize it out, or you can shorten it down like that. So what we want to do is to drag it out so it all fits on one line like that, and then you can drag it into the middle like that, and then we want to change the color because that color does not go with that as far as I'm concerned, AI. So you could change that to, it's a bit hard to see that there, let's just change it to black like that. That's what white looks like. No, we leave it as black like that, and then here you can see there's some more text. Now you don't have to keep everything that it gives you. This is just giving you a design. And again, as you can see on the right hand side here, it's giving you some other options you can work on. which is really good. Now, the good thing about the AI is it works on, and the ideas work on what you actually put on your canvas. So for example, on here, if I change the text to something like winter house mix, and then change the text here as well to winter dance mix, I'm just doing it so it shows you. Because of that, it will start giving you different options. You see the generated ideas. Now it is going to be, sometimes it works great, other times it doesn't. But as you can see, because we put winter house mix here and winter dance mix here, scroll down and it's already giving you designs based on that. And sometimes it will give you a picture based on what you're doing as well. So it does depend. So if I just completely change this now, totally random, just to try and show you what I mean. So if I just put Chrome computing here, and then I'll just put computers there, it should start bringing things based more around what computers, around computer design. So not doing it so much today, and it is a bit trial and error, but for example there it has, I'll show you what it has done there. It has taken into consideration the Chrome there, because it's giving back a Chrome look there. So it's okay sometimes, sometimes not. When I was doing it the other day, when I was doing it for my blog and I put in Chrome computing, for example, it then come up with images based on computers, like showing chips and stuff like that. But it's okay. So if we go back one to where we was on that original design there, so you've got Chrome computing. I'll just put this back to what it was. Summer house mix. And then here, I'm going to get rid of, no, I won't get rid of that. I'll show you. If, for example, you wanted to keep that, you've got opacity up here. So you could click on that and you could make it a bit transparent if you wanted to. You could change the color to blue or whatever color you want. And then so like that, and then just drag it along, and you can just change anything you want. So for that there, as you can see, you might want to keep the text that small like that. So then you'd want to shrink this down here. So you could shrink that down like that. And then you've got them both. Highlight them both if you want to highlight them both because you want to move them. If what I mean by that is if I just move this, the text won't move with it, so you'd want to highlight them both. So just left click on the box like that, hold down the shift key and click on the text as well, so they're both highlighted, and then you can move them around like that. You can see these arrows here, so this one here, we'll move it like that, and then you've got this one here which will move it like that. So you can do lots of different things if you want to. So let's do that. So let's move this up here like that. I'm not saying this looks great. I'm just trying to show you how it works. So that's not great, but there we go. So what I'm going to do now is say, for example, this might not be the best picture to show you on. Let's have a look at something else. Let's go back. So here it's come up with some random things. Don't miss these upcoming holidays. So this is where we was typing in Christmas earlier, stuff like that, nothing was coming up. And now it's come up with loads of random pictures, which I don't think look very Christmassy, if I'm being honest with you. But let's change to one of these. Let's change to this because I want to show you some other options that you have. So on here, so again, so this is like, this is AI in progress as far as I'm concerned, because summer house mix, I don't understand what the plant pots would have to do with a dance, so it doesn't really understand what I'm trying to achieve. But there we go. So if we click on this here, again, it's on image tools here, you can crop here, You've got precision, you've got opacity, but here you've got some tools as well which are really useful. So these again are trial and error depending on the image. So let's try eraser. I don't know how good eraser will be on this image, but let's have a look. So you click on eraser, wait for it to do what it needs to do. Now if we click on there, before you left click your mouse button, it's going to give you a sort of an idea how it's going to work anyway. But so you could erase the background like that, you could erase that plant entirely so it's all purple, as you can see. You could just erase that pot so that plant will be floating there. So I'll just show you. So let's just get rid of this there and do erase. See how good it works. It does take its time to do some of these because we are asking it to do a lot, so it does take its time to do it. So there we go. That's not great, as you can see. I wasn't expecting it to be, but you can then click on it again and try it again. But let's try one which I think will work. If we do this one here, but we just want to erase the plant pot. Again, let's see how it works. Erase objects. Again, not work great, but I do, in all fairness to Microsoft Designer, I do think it's the actual image we're using here. So let's start up with a different image entirely. Let's just, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go onto the internet and just get a picture which I think will work. So if we go to Pixabay and let's say I don't know what's going on today, but everything I'm putting in just isn't really giving me anything back. Let's just put in Route 66. There we go. Right, so from here, this will be a good one to see the design, whether that works, the removal. So let's just go with this top one for now. Open up that. Oh, so this is asking me to purchase. Oh, it's because it was a, right, okay. Let's go back one. Route 66. When you're using free things like Pixabay, I didn't realise sponsored images at the top there, so you have to pay for them. So we don't want that, we want royalty-free images. So this royalty-free image here, we'll just download this one. Download as it is, that's fine. Okay, and then if we go back to Designer, and if we do, let's just close it down and start again from scratch. Go to Microsoft Designer, blank design, just do 1080 by 1080, that's fine. Now I'm going to import some media, and it's that image just downloaded. So put that on there like that. So again, you can stretch it if you want. And the good thing is with Microsoft Designer, when you do stretch, it keeps the image as good as it can, which is really good. So it's good that you can do that without it really damaging the effect of the image. And here you can see here it's given some options down here. So that one there is, it's given like a Polaroid camera option. So I'll just quickly show you that one first, because you can do something quite cool with that. So if we click that like that there, now what you can do, say if you had a picture of yourself or your children, what you could do, let's go to Pixabay again and get a picture just to show you. So family, and let's just download download that one, and then go back to Designer. So if you take it from the device, open that up like that, and you can drag this into there. So if you drag it like that and put it there, it will just leave it on top like that, where you can do what you want with it like that. Or if you drag it and just hover over there, it will pop it in there for you. Let's do it again. Let go. All right. So nothing's working today, but that should pop in there for you. So that's starting to irritate me that nothing seems to be working today. Let's try it again ourselves that way. No. I do apologise about this. This should work. I don't know why it's not. It's a bit irritating. Let's try it again. Yeah, not sure why it's not working. It's not very good for the review, but there you go. It's worked on that one. Why it's not worked on that image, I don't know. You're going to get this, you know, sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. But there you can see is that, so that designer has allowed you to do that. So, but what I wanted to do, while I downloaded this Route 66 one, just going to go back, so we go back to where it was originally, like that. I want to show you the image tool. So for the image tool, first of all, this is the canvas, the white part, so it's white. If you want to change the canvas color, you can do anything like that, but it's the image. When you click on the image, you get different options up here, and it's image tools like that, and then you've got these here. So you've got filters here, which we'll look at, but the eraser tool. Now let's look at the eraser tool now, because I'm hoping it will be better on this image. So if we wanted to get rid of the 6, for example, just click on that like that and do erase object. Wait for it to do what it's doing. And there you can see it's got rid of the 6. And that's pretty good actually. That's done that really well. And then obviously you could get rid of the other 6 as well if you wanted to. So that is pretty good. So the eraser tool works well for that. Now you can also do remove background, which is good as well. And I think remove background generally works better if it's a picture of people. So if you want the people to be the dominant thing in the actual picture, it's good to have a blurry background. But we'll try it on, if we get some media. Put this one in here like that. Let's do it on here, and image tools, blur background, hasn't really done much, has it really? But it depends again on the image type as well. This is all going to be down to the images you're using, depending on what you will get as result wise. So if we got an image where there was a big background, like that one you can see is already blurred, so that's no good. But this one here, let's get one where it should really work. So this one here, Dusty, there. Let's try this one. That one should work. So this one you can see it doesn't look too blurred at all. So if we download this one and then go back to designer and media and open that. Now we'll leave both images in the picture because you can add more. You can obviously add whatever you like to your design. But let's move that over. Now the image tools is based on what you've got selected, so it won't change that, it will change whatever you've got selected. So if we do blur on this one, I would hope you'll see a big difference, and it should just realize that these two children here is what you want to be more dominant in the picture than anything else. So do blur. Yeah, and as you can see, that's worked a lot better. Now, you might not think straight away that's made a big difference, but visually, certainly on your eyes, when you see an image and it's got a blurred background, it does make a big difference. That's really good. Okay, so another option, if we go back one, get rid of the blur. We'll do it on this one again. Now, the other one you've got is remove background. Now, I remove background on images quite a lot, certainly for my blog and for my YouTube channel. Sometimes you don't want the background, you just want the actual image so you can put it onto a different background. There are remove image background tools online, just searching online, and they work well. But generally speaking, they usually give you a low resolution download, and to get a high resolution download, you have to pay for it. There are professional graphic design programs you can do it on, which give you more features, but it's a tad more complicated to do. This is really easy. You just simply click on remove background. However, it's not perfect. It's good, but it's not perfect. We'll see how it works with this one. So we've got this picture here. What we would hope it realizes is that we just want the two children left. So if we could do remove background, and it's done it. Now, as I said, it's not perfect, because what you can also see is, but that again, then this is the thing with professional graphic design tools, what you would have done, you would have drawn around where you want to keep things so it knows what it wants to do. Here you can see it's removed parts where their feet are. Now, the reason for that is most likely that's where grass was, so it's removed the grass, and then it can't obviously then redraw what wasn't there. So if we go back one, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, so it's because that it wasn't there in the first place. So it's not, again, it worked okay, but again, it's image, it is down to the image. So if we then go down to here, you've got filters here, and it gives you some recommended. See how that's changed it massively? So that was the original there, but then if you do this recommended sunshine, it makes a massive difference to that image. So that's good. And there's intensity as well. So you can go up like that, or you can go low like that. And it does make it look like they're in the summer a lot more. So that's really good, but again, it will be down dependent on the images. The one thing I'm going to show you is that we've got now two pictures on here. You'll see down here, there's different ideas now. This ideas is constantly working. So it's working on the images. So if these were pictures of your family, you could then do a design for that. Or you could do this one here where it's a video. So let's do this one here, and let's put them on a wall like that, which is pretty cool. So that's quite nice. So there's lots of different things you can do. And then text, as I said, you've got the default text you can choose. Some are okay, some you might not want to use, or you can just do your own. So add heading, and then the heading is there, and you can just put in whatever you want. So let's just change that to my family. If you want to move it, just move it there. You could move it down there, wherever you want. And you could change the color of that as well to, there we go, like that. So it is good. And then if you went back to my media, let's put in something random. We could put that in there like that as well. Move that down. As you can see, it keeps the dimensions of the picture, so it's not going to make it go all strange. Keeps the dimensions like that. If you do that, it can only shrink it to what it can shrink it to, because it will get, the image just won't look right. If you wanted to shrink this image more, you'd have to do it that way, like that. So you could put this on this side of the one here, but that's really as far as it goes. So if you wanted to stretch this, it shouldn't stretch the image because it would make the image look silly. It will just stretch it, but then it will start stretching it outwards as well. So you'll start losing what's on that side. So if we went right down, as you can see, it's going to just about start losing the skateboard like that. But that's good that it does that because it keeps the image looking how it should do. Okay, so that's a random one to family, and they've also got a robot on a skateboard. There's downloads here. Once you've done it, you can also add a page here. So if you wanted to add a new page, but that would be on this design. So if you wanted to add a new page, you can do that. It will just give you a brand new blank canvas, or you've got the options here to download. So if you go to download, PNG recommended, that's what I would recommend to use as well. But it's also got JPEG if you want to use JPEG, or PDF as well. But PNG, it's more versatile on what you can do once you've got that downloaded as compared to JPEG, for example, but it does depend on what you're using. And then if you just download like that, and that should be in your downloads folder like that. And it should be that one. Yeah, there we go. And then obviously when you've opened it up in your Chromebook, you then have the options to change the size, crop it, but I would recommend doing that inside Designer first, because Designer will keep it all the aspect ratio fine. It won't make it look bad. It should keep it looking sharp and good on the images on your canvas. So a few other things, brand kit. I didn't really get on with brand kits. This is if you've got a brand and you want to use it and you've got your own colors that you use for your brand, you can try it. I didn't really find it that amazing, so I'm not going to show you that. The text is fine. You've got the visuals as well. The visuals, because this has now got my family, you can see now it has come up with things for the recommendations there. And this is the thing, it will constantly give you new recommendations. So here you've got birthday photos. So if it was someone's birthday, you think, oh, right, yes, I want to drag that in. You can just simply see it's given the option to drag it there. So if we let it go there, it will put happy birthday there. But if you don't want it to do that and you just wanted to drag it down here, if you just carry on dragging it like that, so you could put that on any of them images there, or if you just want to leave it in the actual canvas, just drag it where it doesn't do that, and then you should then be able to do what you want to do. So if we put happy birthday here, as you can see, shrinking it does that. But what we should be able to do, if we wanted this text to be pretty big on this part down here, which looks like a road or a car park, you could still do it. So you could do that like that, drag that down like that, and you can then use the eraser or remove background. Now the remove background on this image should work really well because it's not a very complex image. So if you do remove background, should, not perfect, it isn't perfect, it's okay, but as you can see there's a lot little bits around the happy birthday, but you know, it's okay, it's not too bad. So that's what you can do as well. You can generate, you can go to photos, and because it's about a family, it's recognized it's family, it's bringing up lots of photos about family, so you could change that to that. So that's a bit more like a family there. Lots of different things. So I hope you like this review. I think I've showed you everything you sort of really need to know. It's really, I think when it comes to graphic design, it's just about having a play about. But what I really do like is this is a lot more powerful than what you had a few years ago for the Chromebook. And considering it's free and you can use it from the browser, you can get some really good designs on here. I've used it a bit, and I'm going to start using it more. But yes, if you want to give it a go, then head on over to office.com and register an account. It's free to register and have a go. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel for future videos, and thanks for watching.